the best part of our show.
What's that?
That is the developer shout out. Developer shout out. We appreciate your hard work. Zach gave us a developer. We threw it in the trash, and we came up with a new developer. Masahiro Saruki, creator of Kirby. He also created Smash Brothers, the voice of King Dedede, and he made Kirby when he was only 19 years old.
That's amazing.
Wow. That's intense.
Crazy.
He
Yes,
sold
sir.
it to Nintendo?
In 1992.
92.
Or was he working for
soul.
Nintendo?
He was working for HAL Laboratories at the time.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And then when he created Smash Brothers in 99, in 2004 or 5, we'd have to look at the notes, but he created, what is it called? Sora?
Yeah.
Limited? Yeah, Sora Limited. He's created a lot of stuff. He's doing a lot of games. He was also the director way back in the day for Kid Icarus.
Yep. Ooh. Think about like the creative genius that goes in. When I was 19, I was not nearly ready to develop a game. This guy made Kirby.
Yep.
He was 19. I can't make Kirby now.
Yeah, right.
On like a
I know I
whiteboard
couldn't.
with
That- right?
all the colors involved
They-
in Kirby.
And they're like, all you need is pink. I'm like, why is there green in here? Shit.
To give you an example, when I was 19, I was trying to figure out what to do with my life, and here I am at 28, still trying to figure out what to do with my life.
There you go. Dude was like, career path set.
Yep.
I'm set for my life. And then came up with Smash Brothers.
Smash Bros.
Brilliant
Come
idea.
on, that's
Yeah.
like one of the greatest.
The
games.
iconic.
Man.
And then, of course, having some extra fun and like throwing his voice into his game, being King Dedede, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, and the fact that he's like basically a grandfather of gaming. You can kind of
Really,
look at it,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, with like all that under his belt.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
To think he'd be a grandpa at the age of 19. Who would have thought?
But thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Seriously,
Concertus
how
for
awesome.
Fat Island Gaming. We truly love you.
Thank you for making your
You do
games,
amazing
man.
work. Keep it up. Keep being amazing.
Please
Keep
and thank you.
being an old man, I guess, of the grandfather
Cameras.
of gaming.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Never mind. Okay. No, we're good.
Oh, God,
We're
Dude,
about to lose it.
Shit, like if just all of a sudden the podcast just drops, shit goes black, static everywhere. You
We'll
hear
be back.
explosions.
Stand by.
It's not our fault.
I feel like it's that part of Wayne's World where they're broadcasting from the basement, and then the guy takes a wrench, he starts hitting like shit, and it just starts lighting on fire. He's like, "Oh, it's a fire! Everybody get out!"
Dude, man, just stopped working, bro.
All right, you guys. Last bit. Question of the week. This question comes from Adam Romo. Anybody who watched 3 podcasts ago knows who Adam is. He was here hanging with us, chatting with us, having some fun.
Super cool dude.
He knows a lot about gaming. This is a really cool question.
Yes, he does.
I think we obviously know the answer very quickly, but we're going to ask the question anyways. We're all going to talk about it. Will we still have 3 main console contenders in the next 10 years? He referenced Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. All right, Josh, hit us up. What are we going to be in 10 years?
We're going to have at least 2. And one of those is not going to be Nintendo. I think that in the next coming years, Microsoft is going to start getting some kick in its step, and they're going to start taking some of the reins of some of the exclusive games, some of the real big titles, and they're going to kind of revamp the whole business model behind Xbox and just really sell it to the gamers, and you're going to see a lot of weight come with that. Sony's going to continue doing what Sony does, which is leading the way when it comes to great games, when it comes to telling great stories. Because I'm a firm believer that so far I have seen when it comes to exclusives, but the better stories are on PlayStation.
Okay.
You have the JRPGs, you have they're real amazing, real thick thing through. I mean, of course you have The Witcher on all of them, but
Yeah.
we'll get into that.
I mean, that just comes from like a culture. So obviously, like here in America, we like things very fast paced. We like things that change. We want to
Like my McDonald's. The menu.
This hasn't changed in 100 years.
They got breakfast 24 hour now, so don't tell
it's
me
changed
that.
a million times.
Yeah, and they take
take
away
a million
McRib all the
They bring the
time.
big arc, and then they take it off,
And
they
it's
bring the big and
fast.
tasty.
But
It's
what
tasty.
But what I'm saying is like, so even like if you look at like movie trailers from different like that come out here versus what come out in a different country. Like right here, they're really fast paced. They have quick
Yes, they
cuts.
are.
They're really action focused. Where trailers in like different countries, they're slower. They're more geared
focus
towards
on the characters,
story.
yeah.
They're not censored.
Yeah.
That
so,
too.
So good.
So
Orange
that,
juice
that kind of
commercials.
speaks to like obviously.
It's different worlds.
Yeah,
when
so
it comes
obviously
to the two.
Sony is built out in Japan. That's where it's
But
headed.
fundamentally, though, they're businesses, and I think that
Yeah.
the PlayStation, Sony has a great business model. I think Microsoft has been very shaky recently, but they're starting to kind of realize that we need to, we're falling a little behind in the console game. Let's kick it back into gear. I'm excited. I want to see what they bring at E3. I mean, so far it's looking like it's going to be a little thin, like the last one. From
I actually disagree. I think last year they had a good E3.
They had a great.
I think they
2013.
did. I think they did.
2013 they kind of sucked. 2014 it was a little wishy.
No, I feel like last year
and 15 was
one.
really good.
I feel
for
they
them.
had a good one last year.
I agree.
Didn't we break it down on Insert Disc 4 back in the day?
That's fair.
We looked at every game that was announced, didn't come out, and the ones that were canceled.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it was still a
it
good
was-
show.
What happened
talking about the show, though. I'm
afterwards?
talking about
It's
a
irrelevant.
business.
We talked about it from a
Now,
business
to
standpoint.
throw kind of a wrench into the plans, we're going to see, we might see Nintendo drop out. Maybe just stick to handhelds and be
Okay.
like, we don't want to build new consoles anymore. Maybe they're coming out with the NX.
Or the Android market.
Well, the NX is going to, probably someone's going to like, oh, this is great. And then like the videos after the NX release is just going to be a whole bunch of people shooting the NX. And that's going to be YouTube for like the week after it releases.
Please.
Zach, what do you think we'll have in 10 years? What do you think we'll have the 3 big ones? Do you think we'll have a new one? Where are we at?
All right, I don't want to give out any future insight, but here we go. Nintendo, I agree. PlayStation, Microsoft, I agree. You're going to have my console come out.
The hardware-less console, the virtual console.
No, my console. I'm making one. It's going to be legit. I'm only going to sell 5, though.
It's going to be called the Tuya.
You got to pre-order now.
Done.
$10,000
I
each.
got one. I got 4 more.
Nope,
Four
all five.
more. 4 more.
All
50
five.
bucks, 50 bucks, 75, 75.
All five.
150.
You didn't give a
Nah.
limit per person. He took all 5.
Ooh. At 150 each, sold.
Dunzo.
Good news. It's already delayed to 2030.
All right.
Congratulations.
James, what about you? 3.
I think that we're going to get the. I think the 3
to choose coming out. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Keep going.
Oh yeah. I think Nintendo's going to go do away with their consoles unless a miracle happens and the new console is highly successful, which it's not going to be.
Yeah.
So they're going to go to handhelds only. And I have to agree with Josh. I think Microsoft is going to make a comeback. I think they're going to make a really, really big comeback. At one point in time, they led the console wars. And
I think
they're
Xbox
going to come back.
360, they let them.
Yeah, they
100%.
absolutely did. 360 was my console of choice for that time.
100%. No
But
question.
They're going to come back.
Thing, though,
Huh?
that I didn't mention.
What?
Is we are going to see more portable, cheaper PCs.
Well, that too.
That's
Yes, because
definitely.
that's already
I'm convinced-
happening,
I'm convinced
which is
Snap-on
nice. I like
PCs
that
are coming.
curve a lot. I like seeing that.
We're getting powerful PCs. The new
Snap-in
graphics
PCs.
Yeah, the new graphics cards that just came out. They're super powerful.
How
They're
much
like
can we undercut the
$200,
next
$300.
person?
Yeah.
So Microsoft's going to make a really big comeback. Sony's going to keep doing exactly what they're doing. And I think after all these years, we're going to get a Microsoft handheld. I think there's going to be one coming sometime
Crazy.
in the future.
Streambox.
Okay. What I think is going to happen, I think Microsoft is going to ship their Xboxes. They're basically just going to be computers that can be upgraded, but they're going to come stock. They're going to tell you, you can play this stock. It can surf the web like a normal computer. If you just keep it stock, it'll be able to play games for the next 4 years. If not, you'll be able to upgrade it, and it'll work just as a computer.
Expansion pack.
Yeah.
There we go.
Season pass to your hardware.
It'll ship with a controller. I think that'd be a good move for them to do. I think they could still consider it a console while also giving you, because they obviously like that multimedia. They did it with the Xbox One. A lot of people didn't like it, but a lot of people did like it. I feel
plenty
like,
love it.
It was a really good market for Steambox. They
Yep.
did really good.
Yeah.
but I think
Total sarcasm to people that don't look up the sales
Steambox
numbers
didn't
every
do
morning.
good.
I think if they shipped it with like a not ridiculous controller like the Steambox, they actually put it powerful. They did everything like that. I think you could see a market for it. I could see Microsoft doing that. I think PlayStation will keep on trucking like they're doing because honestly, it's the only profitable part of Sony. The rest of Sony is just bleeding money, but their video game market is just rocketing.
Because everything they make is too expensive.
They're doing terrific. I think I would like to see Nintendo drop off of making hardware completely, sell software rights to people, hold the creative rights to them, just so exclusivity. So they're basically saying, here you go, Mario, you guys, Sony, Microsoft, bid the shit out of it. We're going to make $50 million off of you just giving us the money to the rights of it. We're going to create the game and you're going to put it out.
Okay, so
They're
then
gonna
thinking
make
of that
Play-Doh
then,
machines.
with trying to do your best to not be biased in any way, who do you think would do a better job with Pokemon? Microsoft or Sony?
Pokemon
think-
wouldn't sell. Game Freaks would hold
Well,
it.
I know we're what ifing.
If the exclusive rights went one way or the other,
Yeah.
I genuinely think Sony, but I think that's because it's
JRPG market.
JR,
kinda.
exactly, yeah. So I think it just
That's
speaks
fair.
more
That's
to
fair.
that audience. Microsoft people, they love their shooters, they love their racers, they love their online.
They're action.
They like
action.
realistic so
Correct.
much. I can't see the cartoony aspect
Yep.
of it being so successful.
Well, I mean, but
on-
then again, you sell a Pokemon on a Microsoft Xbox One, it's gonna sell
like crazy.
I get it,
Yeah,
but I
so.
think that
I agree Sony would do best.
I
And
don't
my,
think the
my
market
basis
would stay
behind
thick,
that,
though.
my basis behind that is Ni no Kuni.
I would
Exactly.
love
Because
to
it'll look
see-
like Ni no Kuni and be amazing.
I would love to see Game Freak kind of branch out and be able to make their games on any platform they want. You know?
that'd be
That
cool.
was so
but,
good.
like
but his
Pokemon Go.
question was which one, and I think obviously it would go there.
I agree.
I think there's
got you, fam.
I think there's some games that would obviously do better, like in the Microsoft thing that maybe Sony does. Like
Yeah, Splatoon.
God, Splatoon would be so good.
Splatoon was great.
I think it's pretty much a resounding thing. I don't really think in the future, I don't think we're going to see the three major things, like you said, unless for whatever reason Nintendo switches, basically does a complete 360.
It would seriously need a
starting,
miracle.
like right now.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna start competing against the PC.
Nintendo.
What?
But Sony and Microsoft.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
Both
Nintendo.
of
I'm
those
like,
games,
what?
I mean, they're kind of like sort of solve this other like, hey, we're both consoles. People will get what they want. They're going to be going up against the PC.
Yep. I think we'll see at least Sony and Microsoft. We'll see them for the next foreseeable future. We're going to see them forever.
they're not going anywhere.
They both put out. I mean, we talk. Obviously, a lot of us here are Sony fanboys, but Microsoft does a lot of things right. They make mistakes. So does Sony, though. But they do a lot of things right. They do listen to their fans. They put stuff out that their fans want. They appeal to them. That's great. They're not going anywhere. Sony's not going anywhere. Those companies are going to be around for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Microsoft just got a slower start.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that was it. That was really
Straight
it.
up.
And honestly, to speak on that point, I'm actually really impressed by Microsoft. Sony's obviously announced their Neo, or it got leaked or whatever early. That's probably going to hit first. Microsoft has not tried to jump the gun and say, we need to release our Scorpio or whatever it is alongside it. They've said if it waits till next year, it's going to be fine. They're trying to make it more powerful. I get that. It's a smart move.
They're going to take their time this time.
They need to take their time. They don't need to, because if they jump the gun like they tried, it's just going to come out, it's going to flop, and the Neo's just going to keep destroying it.
It's going to be 2013 all over again.
How much do you want to bet that if it is not announced at the keynote that we'll be at for Microsoft, how much do you want to bet when everybody walks off that stage and the lights dim, that people stand there and they scream Scorpio in a chant until somebody comes back, the
100%.
lights turn back on? I have a
100%.
feeling now, like keynotes, like it's almost like you got to give me a last hurrah before you leave. Like you got to give me one more song, man, before you turn off the lights.
Blow me away.
I feel like that's how it's going now. Like after Bethesda set that bar so high from the previous one, I just can't get over anything else anymore.
Yeah.
So didn't they announce they were going to have two individual consoles?
They're going to have a slim model of the
Slim
current one,
and Scorpio.
and then the Scorpio, which will
Yeah.
have VR support and come out
Okay.
next year.
Yep.
And be at a higher
Because
price
I thought
tag.
I didn't. If it was like if we didn't know anything about Scorpio, that sounds like a cool name for a Microsoft handheld.
Because they're going to put the
poison into PlayStation World. That's what they're hoping. Scorpion's saying.
All right, you guys, let us know if you think there's still going to be 3 consoles. If you think one's going to drop off, let us know who you think it's going to be. And if you don't say it's Nintendo, you're wrong.
Basically.
Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys, and we will see you next week. Later.
Bye,
Adios, you guys.
everybody.